Let's get this show going, man.
Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy Podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans, by fans, with your hosts, Jesse Martin.
Because 90% of them are wrong. They're fucking wrong.
Max Taman.
You've got a plate of shit and you've got a bowl of shit. They're the same thing.
Scott Hartley.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
John Taman.
What the hell was I talking about?
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
And now, the world's worst podcast host, John Taman.
That would be me, the world's worst podcast host. How's everybody doing today? We are just slightly hungover from last night's podcast. Jesse, how you doing over there in Southeast Virginia? Everybody survived the rain?
Yeah, we just had some rain. Got a shout out to the people in like Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Appalachia. It's bad.
Yeah, it is.
So if this reaches anybody, you look up your if you can donate, because a lot of people are just getting over a storm, and they don't have insurance because their premiums went up so much because it destroyed everything. Mm-hmm. They lost everything. It's sad. It's really sad.
It is. So on that cheery note, Scott, how are you doing down there?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm not in the doghouse, I don't think, anymore. So, all good. All good from my end. But yeah, that storm has been pretty terrible. As I said to you before, my wife watches the Weather Channel in the US for some reason, loves watching it. And she's been tracking that storm for a couple of days now. And shout out to everybody. I hope they're all okay. Was it 45 deaths, I think? Is that what we're at the moment?
Something like that.
It's
so
terrible.
Far.
It's really, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I hope everyone's okay.
Well, Scott was in the doghouse for a bit last night. In case you missed it, his wife did make an appearance on the show and came out and basically clocked him over the head with a slipper and told him to shut the fuck up, which was kind of fun. All right, so aside from all of the human tragedy that is going on, you have some football games to pick, and that's what we do to kind of take a break from the freaking horrifying world that we live in. So, what do we got going on? Scott, let's hear from the Big Embossed Book. How did we do last week?
So the Big Embossed Book, let's look at it. I know, she said we'll see. I know.
I love your wife.
Oh, she's funny. She is good. So Jesse, let's go through what you put down on the bet. So 1,150 you put down. Your winners last week was Chicago versus Indy. You went 50 on the under. That gave you 97.62. You went for an LA Chargers win. And that was 100 on that. That gave you 186.92. Green Bay plus the points, you put 50 on that. That gave you 93.48. Carolina to cover 50. They won outright, obviously, so 162.50. You laid the points on Seattle. That was 50. That gave you 95.45. Lions laying the points, which was -3. That was 100 on that. That gave you 197.09. And the Bills game kind of bailed you out, I thought, at the end. That was 200 on that, on -4.5. That gave you 376.91. Then I totaled it up and I thought, oh, well, you've got a $56.97 profit. Then I forgot and went back and checked it. And you put a bet on for a Jamar Chase, B-Rob, Terry, anytime touchdown, $50, and that gave you $1,000 straight. So your profit this week was $1,056.97. So congratulations to you. That was a hell of a prop bet. Hell of a prop bet. So
good work.
Yeah, man.
Stakes are on Jesse tonight.
You doubled up. You did really well. John, on your bets, mate, you went with a 6-1. Willis touchdown and Green Bay with the points for 50, and that gave you 350, which again was a brilliant prop bet. You got another prop bet in a Charbonnet over 50-yard rushes and Seattle giving them points of -4.5. That was a 5.5 to 1 shot. That gave you 325. $50 on Baltimore minus the points gave you 98.72. 50 on Kansas City laying the points 95. Your downs were 1,250. Your returns was 868.25, giving you a loss of 381.05 on the week. Max, he put down very little bets. Baltimore giving the points was his one that he got. 100 on that gave him 198.04. His down was 400. His return was 198.04. loss of $201.96. Then it was for me. The only one I got in out of all of my bets was 100 on laying the points for Seattle. That gave me 190 and 91. I put 650 down and obviously only got 190 back. Loss total of 459.09. Now on the actual predictions, Jesse, you got 7 correct. Max got 7 correct. John, you got 5. And I got 8 somehow. So the winner of the week was me this week. Yeah, so on the bets this week, it was Jesse. And on overall, we are currently, John has 1 win. Jesse has 1 win. Joint last week. I have 1 win from this week. And on the bets, it is 1 for John and 1 for Jesse.
Well, there you go.
Count the dollars, though. You got to count the dollars on that one.
We worked that out. You absolutely smashed it with that. That prop bet saw you right over the edge. I was I was looking at it thinking, Jesse's going to be the only person to profit here. And then I realised, oh, Christ, he's got that prop bet in as well. So, fair play to you. Doubling up. And I think you actually said, I'm going to put some money on that in real life. I don't know if you did or not. But
I did. Yeah, I put $10 on it. Got a chunk change. Yeah.
Happy days.
There we go. All right, so not really happy days. I don't really like losing $380 in a given week. That kind of sucks.
Well,
but I feel better the fact that you lost a little bit more than I did. Although I'm not taking any pleasure in your loss.
It's a pretend mythical $1,000.
So it's all right, tell you, I am pretending to be upset that I lost $380 last week. This is fucking show business, Scott.
I know.
Scott tearing at the fourth wall. All right, so let's see. What the NFL as a whole so far has been really tough to predict.
Very.
Who the hell sees the Broncos coming last week, smacking the fucking Buccaneers like that? Who the fuck saw that coming? Nobody saw that coming.
The NFL is a week-to-week league.
And especially
Carolina
in the early part. Carolina,
I saw that coming. I don't know.
You did. You did back then.
I went on multiple podcasts, different podcasts, and I called Carolina. I did. I wasn't 100% sure if they were winning, but I thought they would play a lot better with Andy Dalton than Bryce Young. Because they do got a couple pieces of talent on that team.
I wish I had the audio, though. Because you were on that NPR podcast about cooking with artificial eggs, and you said that
That's true.
Said that, and they were like, "I'm sorry, I really don't understand what you're talking about, sir."
And are we gonna start giving Sam Darnold more than not being a blockhead anymore?
I think we should talk about that because there's a that game this week. We'll get into it. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about some Sam Darnold.
Look, I've been down on Sam Darnold since day one, man, and then he's showing me because I had some people were telling me that Justin Jefferson is quarterback proof, but it's not just him. That's the thing. The Vikings are playing some good football right now, and Darnold is playing really well.
Justin Jefferson is quarterback proof.
That's
what elite wide receivers are, quarterback proof.
He is, but the fact of the matter is it's not just him that's doing it over there. And they've had Jordan Addison out. But, when Darnold hits him for a 97-yard score, and it's because Jefferson cuts it back and goes back against everybody, that ball is still there at the 50-yard line, right there in his hand. So, yeah, I got to give it to him.
You got to give it to what's his name? What's that USC quarterback?
Matt Leinart?
Mark Sanchez. You got to give it to him for handing the ball off to Adrian Peterson and him
best
running
handoff of the year.
Right? Boy, you got to give him credit for not fumbling the fucking snap.
That's right. That was a great handoff. That's what I said last week when we saw Jeff Driscoll come in week 2. Fucking awesome handoff.
Great handoff.
Great handoff.
Smooth as can be. All right,
so what do we
start. We got the Bengals, 0-3 Bengals.
The Bengals.
4.5-point favorites, over under 47.5 at the Panthers, who just had a big win last week. The Red Rocket threw it all over the damn yard.
It's the Red Rifle. You guys keep thinking of a dog's dick or something because it's the Red Rifle.
Listen, I've been calling Andy Dalton the dog's dick ever since he was in fucking Cincinnati. So we got a revenge game. There's a couple things here.
Andy Dalton revenge game. Yeah.
You got the Frosted Tips and Joe Burrow trying to get this team's the first win to get out of their funk after they got embarrassed on Monday Night Football, losing to the lowly 28th ranked power ranked team in the Commanders. And then you have the Panthers, who just...
Wait a minute. We were 28th last week, and we fell back a
or
space?
I'm sorry, 29th. I meant 29th. No, I think we're 30th last week. I think we only went up once. But anyways, Panthers, big win. They seem to be rejuvenated. The Bengals are just trying to claw to get something. I'm going with the Panthers in this game to cover. I'm not calling for a win, but I am going to call for a cover. I think this game is going to be a shootout. I think the Panthers do have some offense. Yeah, and I still think they're rejuvenated now that they got a quarterback play. So give me the Panthers plus the points, and I'm going to put 50 on it.
I'll tell you what. The Andy Dalton revenge game factor, I think, is a non-factor. He hasn't been in Cincinnati in a long time. He's been on a couple of teams since then. So I think he's been back, but I don't know if he's ever actually started against them. But, last week was a great win for them. I'm not going to go too crazy about it. I think the Bengals are they're 0-3, and I don't think that they're going to be going 0-4. That's the bottom line of what I see.
I don't think so either.
I think they're going to win. I think I'm not going to put any money down on it, but I would go ahead and I will say this. I'll take a parlay on an anytime touchdown from Jamar Chase. Chase, what's the running back? Chase something or other for the Bengals.
Chase Brown.
Chase Brown and Chuba Hubbard.
And the Panthers might have, about 7,000 or 8,000 fans in their stands this week. So now that they won, that's up from like 500.
Right. Well, when tickets are $2, that's always a good help. And I'll say this: Chuba is a top 10 name in the NFL.
I like Chuba.
Chuba Hubbard is a great name. Anybody in the NFL, right, named Hubbard is usually pretty good. They're usually a freaking bulldozer. So yeah.
Just had a look there. You can get 5-1 on that, John. Are you putting 50 on that?
I will put $100 down on that.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, sir. Remember, this is pretend money. I'm pretending to go big.
But I take it you're taking Cincinnati for the win, though, yeah?
Yes, I am. But I'm not confident in how much they'll win by. I just think they're a cornered tiger right now, and they're not going to go 0-4.
So Max is taking Carolina. Max has took Carolina for the plus the points. And I am going with a Cincinnati win, but I am staying away from betting on this game. I was going to do Jamar Chase double touchdown. I just think they've got a very good offense, the Bengals, but their defense is terrible, and they will give up points. But at the same time, it's like, what are they going to do? I just don't think they're going to go 0-4. They just can't do that.
No, I don't think so either. And I mean, Deontay Johnson is good, and if Dalton can get connected with him, they can really put some points up. I've been looking at the under on this, and it's tempting to me, but I don't think so, because that potential does exist. Deontay Johnson, I think, is a pretty good damn wide receiver.
Yeah, he is. Broncos are 7.5-point dogs.
That says Falcons. Sorry. I wrote Falcons. The Jets.
The Falcon Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jets are favored at home, 7.5 points, over under 39.5. I don't like how big this line is. I'm going to stay away from it, but I will pick the Jets to win. And to be honest, I'd probably lean for the Broncos to cover. They're playing pretty decent defense. That's probably why the over-under is a little, kind of low. But Aaron Rodgers kind of seems to be Aaron Rodgers for right now.
He's getting there. Mm-hmm. He's getting there.
I don't necessarily like this game, so I'm not going to bet on it. That's for sure.
I will put 50 on the over for this. Oh, yeah. The thing about it is that Patrick Surtain, I think, is going to take Garrett Wilson out of this game, and Aaron Rodgers is going to have to find other ways to get it done. But it is Aaron Rodgers, and I think he will find other ways to get it done. I don't think he'll 7.5 is a big line. I'm with you, Jesse, on that. I don't think I like that, but I do like the over. Go ahead and give me the Jets to win. And 50 on the over.
Yeah, I'm going to match your bet there, John, but I'm going to put an extra 50 on it. I'm going to go 100 on the over. I think this could be a blowout to the Jets. I really do. I know the Broncos had a very good win. I don't know what happened with Tampa Bay or how they ended up getting blown out. I just don't believe in the Broncos and Bo Nix at all. And I think, as you said, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. And I think that they will, at home, 7.5 is a big line, though. That is a big line. But 39.5, only 40 points, that's doable.
You got two good
doable.
defenses.
Yeah,
they're both really good defense, and I think that's going to keep the scoring down.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think the Jets. That Braylon Allen, man, that dude is he's a hot shot running back.
I mean, Breece Hall.
Breece Hall is a freaking badass,
Allen.
and then you got Braylon Allen. So yeah, I could see that. What I want to see, because Rodgers I have as starting in fantasy this week, I really want to see him throw 3 touchdowns. But I could definitely see. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and put $50 down on a Breece Hall and a Braylon Allen touchdown. Both of them are going to score. Yeah.
What did Max have for this game?
Max had
Max took the Falcons.
New York Jets for the win.
All right, we got the Saints and Falcons. Falcons are favored by 3 over 141.5. This is a tough game right here. This might be a really good game.
They always are. This is a big time rivalry.
Yeah. Saints played kind of like shit last week against the Eagles. I think the Falcons got a little bit robbed last week.
A little bit.
Bad calls. I don't know where I'm going to go with this game, to be honest with you. I think it's more like a push. I'm going to go with the Falcons to win, I guess. And I don't even feel comfortable with that. But I am going to take the over. And I'm going to put 50 on the over.
I'm also going to put 50 on the over. You ever like play a sport, right? And you have a quick motion and you fart, right? You move to the left real quick and right? That's what I think the Saints' start was. Those 2 games were that fart just jumping out of the gate. Oop, didn't realize that was in there. There it came out. Last week I think was more to the Saints. Granted, I thought their defense played really well. Their defense does fly around, and they do attack the backfield.
They have a great defense.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I think right now that the Falcons have a lot of weapons that Kirk hasn't figured out how to use properly yet. I think Kirk is kind of still feeling his way over there, and I'm not sure why they seem to be kind of stymied at the moment. You know, I'm expecting them to bust out with a couple of 30-point-plus games, but it just hasn't happened. I'm thinking this week I'm taking the Falcons. I will go ahead and lay the 3 points. I think they're going to win by more than a field goal, and I'm also putting 50 on the over. That's 50 on the line there too, Scott.
Got you. Yeah.
So 50 and 50. Because I think, like I said, I think the Saints were that fart that you had, you know, when you bust.
I don't know. I think the Saints are a little bit better than that.
Better than the fart?
Yeah.
I don't know. See, I have found, because I play pickleball and I play tennis, and that's happened to me quite a bit out there on the court, and it's all depending on who your fucking partner is, whether it's a good fart or not.
So Max took New Orleans in this game. I am taking Atlanta in this game. F the Saints. I can't stand them. Not interested. Just every time I bet on them, they lose for me, and they've done this for 2 seasons. I can't stand this team. They do my head in. See you later, New Orleans. Falcons win easy. There you go.
Yeah, fuck the Saints. Oh, when the Saints go fuck themselves. Oh,
game of the one of the game of the week.
Themselves.
Surely.
Vikings Packers. All right. The question
game this is going to be.
Is Jordan Love playing? The Packers right now, it seems like Vegas is leaning on Jordan Love playing, which the Packers are favored by 2.5. Over under is 43.5. And to be all honest with you, I don't like this line. I think the Vikings have shown all year long that they are a superior team, even with Jordan Love in the lineup. Give me the Vikings for the straight out and out win. And I'm going to put 100 on that. I like the way Sam Darnold's playing. I think they got one of the better defenses in the entire league. Darnold, man. I mean, what can you say? What he's been playing lights out. Justin Jefferson, I think O'Connell is a fantastic coach. Don't get me wrong, LaFleur is a great coach too, but right now, how can you not ride with the hot hand?
Agreed.
Because it belongs to Sam Darnold. That's why. And it's, I said this early on in the show when we were talking about him, about whether or not we should ease off of him. And, I'll give him respect, man. He's had a great start to the season, and the Vikings have been a really good football team all the way around. And you're right, their defense does fucking fly to the ball. The thing about it is eventually he's going to Sam Darnold. He's going to come right back down and have that blockhead game. Well, I kind of like
until I see
it.
I
get it.
Yeah.
I like the way Malik Willis played last week. I think that the Packers are probably going to let them think that Jordan Love's going to start all the way up to the point where they say nope, and they're going to let Malik Willis play this game. I will take the over for $50. And I think that this is the line that Vegas wants everybody to throw their money at the Vikings. So go ahead, and just for the, what is it Sheehan calls it, the smell test, give me the Packers. I'll lay the 2.5 for $25. I'm not that strong on it.
Okay. Lay points 25 on Green Bay. Wow. Are you taking Green Bay for the win, though?
Well, yeah, they're favored.
Yeah.
Oh, well, interesting. I mean, I think they will run. They've got some strong running backs, and they've got a good run game. Malik Willis looks okay. He looks competent, which is something
big.
we wouldn't have said that in...
He looks fucking big, man. He looks freaking stacked. Malik
we wouldn't
Willis
have said that when he was in Tennessee, that's for sure. I'm with you, Jesse. I think you've got to ride the hot hand here. Vikings are very, very good at the moment. Their defense is incredible. Flores is having a brilliant season over there, and he has done for a little bit. He's probably going to put himself in the head coaching carousel again at the end of the season if it carries on the way it's going. For me, I'm going to go with Minnesota. I'm going to take your bet as well, Jesse. I'm just going to go even further. I'm going to say 150 straight out win Minnesota.
Yeah. I think, this is a game that I know we talk about this every week, is that one Vegas game. I think Vegas is banking on Jordan Love playing. And Packers are at home, and they're really good at Lambeau. But I just think right now, this time in the season, it's not cold outside, so they don't have that on their side as far as being an advantage in Green Bay. I just I can't bet against the Vikings right now. They're playing too damn good.
I think that's what Vegas
Max took Minnesota in this, but he has gone with an Aaron Jones first touchdown, $25 on that bet.
Okay.
All right. Here's a boring game. We got the
one that my wife will be watching. Yeah.
We got the Jags at the Texans. Jags are 6.5-point dogs on the road, over under 44.5, and I don't think this is going to be the week that we finally see Trevor Lawrence get it together.
No.
I think this is going to be a blowout. Texans got they got last week, right?
Yeah, they did. They got.
And they're going to I think they're going to embarrass the Jaguars. So give me the Texans laying the points. I'll put 50 on it.
I'm the same way. Give me the Texans laying the points. I'll put 50 on it too. I think the over/under is right about right, because I think that they should win 42-3. Look, Trevor Lawrence. When Trevor Lawrence wants to get it together, he sits in front of his fucking makeup mirror, because it ain't happening out there on the goddamn field right now, man. And it's a shame. But I tell you what, I will go ahead and I will put a little parlay down. Give me a Nico Collins touchdown and a Travis Etienne touchdown.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know how they're going to do that, since I already just predicted they're only going to score 3 points, but what the fuck?
And how much do you want on that one?
I want $50 on that. Part.
50 on that. Got you, John. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think this is going to be... I was talking to my wife about it earlier. She said, do you think Doug Peterson's going to get sacked? I think he'll be one of the first coaches. His seat is very, very warm. She doesn't think they'll get a win until the second London game, which I think is against New England. I think they've got the Bears first, then they've got New England. So she's saying probably another 2 losses. I don't think it's going to be as far out as you guys think. I'm taking the Texans for a win, but I think it's going to be closer than we think. Division rival. I think it's going to be run quite close. The division games are always run like that. So I think probably Texans win by maybe 3. But it will be a Texans win. Texans weren't great last week, obviously got found out and boat raced. And is Nico Collins fit? I'm not sure if he is or he isn't. He was on the injury report this week.
Yeah, he's all right. I'm calling it. He's fine. That's what I'm saying.
Max also
clear,
took Houston. So
just to be clear, Scott did say that Doug Peterson had a hot ass.
Yeah, well, there is that, yeah.
All right, we got the 3-0 Steelers. Who saw that coming? In Indianapolis, taking on the Colts. Over/under is 40.5. Steelers are favored by only 2.5. See, this is the line that kind of
Funky,
this smells like a game of field goals, or a game that could be decided by a field goal, like 18
because
to 15.
Justin Fields isn't playing good.
No,
the offense
he's
isn't
not driving
really
them for
playing
touchdowns.
Good. But the Colts are pretty shit too.
Trash.
So I think
They do have a great running back. That's the difference.
I think the Steelers stay on the roll. They go to 4-0. I'm going to stay away from the game, though, because you just never know. I just do not like their offense whatsoever. But their defense is really good. So just give me a Steelers win.
All right,
John?
I'm taking the Colts to win at home. Ooh. I think they're going to stop the Steelers, whatever the fuck's going on, streak there. And I think it's going to be on the back of Jonathan. They're bad, but they do have a great running back. And I think that will right there can make a big difference in this game because the Steelers are not very good either. They're I hate to say that, their record is a little overrated, but I don't see where they've really done much to say, okay, that this is a powerhouse football team, even though they are 3-0. And I think that they get brought back to earth a little bit this week. And I will say this, give me 50 on the over. But not by much. 42, 43, but yeah, I'll take the over. I know, look at you wrinkling your nose. It's like somebody farted over there, which is something that you tend to do.
That's a little,
okay, so
Max little scary for me.
Matt's took Pittsburgh in this. I'm also taking Pittsburgh. I think that their defense comes out on top. I think they're very good that way. TJ Watt is amazing. I also think that they've got a decent run game. Najee Harris isn't bad. Do you know what I mean? He's not a terrible back.
He hasn't scored yet.
No, they'll do. I think they'll just do enough. But also at the same time, I'm probably going to give bollocks to it. I'll go all out. I think they win this by 3. I'm going to say Steelers lay the points, and I'll put 100 on that.
You see how he just talked himself into that stupid shit?
I did. Just thinking about it. Completely talked myself into it. Got to bet sometime, but there you go.
Whatever. Throw those dice, baby. That's
the Max got the Steelers too.
Max got the Steelers too. Yeah.
All right. Rams, they are beat
this is
up.
Weird.
Yeah, they are beat up.
This line was mental.
Yeah. I still think they played well. They won last week, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bears, I don't even know what to make of the Bears right now because the offense is just not playing well.
No, they're not in any way, shape, or form.
I'm picking the Rams to win in this game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put 50 on the cover. I'm not putting it on the money line. I'm putting it on the cover. And I might take the over because I think the Rams are going to score.
Yep.
Because Matt Stafford makes mediocrity wide receivers look good.
Right. I mean, that guy.
So you want to do the over as well for 50?
Yeah. Yeah.
That dude,
Yeah, it's
Calvin
kind of a
Johnson.
funny line. I don't like this line. I don't think the Bears' offense is shit.
Their defense has been kind of opportunistic here and there, but I think Matt Stafford makes the difference. This is a guy that's been around forever. He knows how to play with good players, and like you said, he knows how to elevate players. I could see them having good games out of, what is it, Demarcus Robinson, or is he hurt? But what's the rookie's name? You'll see him. He's got fucking hair flowing down all
Ladd
over the damn
McConkey.
place. No, not Ladd McConkey. He's with San
No, he's with the
Diego.
Chargers. I've
He's
done
with
this
the other
every
team.
time. I do this every time. Sorry.
No, I can't remember this guy's name. It's Whittington. That's his name. Whittington.
Yeah.
Jordan Whittington. All right, so
Tutu Atwell.
Tutu Atwell, yeah. You know, the thing about it is I think that you got nail polish boy on one side and you've got seasoned veteran Super Bowl winner on the other side, and that makes the difference. go ahead and give me the Rams. I'm going to go ahead and call them to cover for $50. And I am not touching. You know what? Tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and take the over, and I'm going to say Jordan Whittington gets a touchdown, and I'm putting 25 on that. 50
you
on
love
the over.
him because you went for him last week as well, and it didn't work out for you.
Well, he
so
had 3 catches.
$25 on Whittington TD anytime. And what was the rest of that, John?
50
That
on the
25
over.
would get him $554.
There you go. Hey, look, man. The thing is this: the kid played great in preseason. He was freaking.
Wait. Never mind. I'm sorry. You said just a Whittington?
Just Whittington, yeah. I'm not putting.
All
anything
right.
else
Sorry,
on.
I lied.
Yeah, it's not going to.
I would give him $137.
I'll take that.
I'm doing I'm betting right now on a Whittington and Atwell parlay.
There you go. To me, it's just a matter for the Rams if they're running out of bodies, man. You know, and we've seen
They are.
He's going to get his chances. So I'm
So
going to
Max went with the LA Rams. I'm also going with the LA Rams. It's a Rams across the board for all 4 of us. I just don't believe in the Bears' offense at the moment. The offensive line is terrible. Caleb is running for his life. He's overthrowing all the time when receivers are open. Roma Dunze is starting to play very well, but the rest of them aren't even there. Where's DJ Moore? Well, he's not even doing anything at all. This offense for them is just not working right now. Matt Eberflus is another one who's on the hot seat, so... You know, you said it before the season even started. Why are you giving the number 1 overall pick to Eberflus? And you're right, John. You know, you've been proved right. And for me, as Jesse said before, to his point, you got a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and you've got a guy who is a number 1 overall pick. Give me the Super Bowl winning quarterback every time. Right. So yeah, I'll pick the Rams, but I'm not putting anything on this game.
by the way, Eberflus is Turkish for garbage football coach. I don't know if you knew that or not, but it is.
I didn't, so I learn something new every day.
Look, you know, the guy hasn't been good, period. He had a record of like 7-20 coming into this year, and they're going to give him that number 1 overall pick? It's like, no, man.
And ask him to develop him. That's the thing.
That's it. Yeah, it makes no sense to me. I mean, he should have been fired after that when they got that pick. To say, okay, let's get somebody in here that can do something with this guy. And now what they're going to do is they're going to put themselves in that cycle that a lot of teams put themselves in because they believed in Eberflus for one more last year, and they're going to fire him. And then Caleb Williams is going to have a new coach and a new system and a new freaking, and he's just going to get into that spin cycle. Now, that being said, Matt Eberflus might prove everybody wrong and go ahead and go on a big roll. And I couldn't even get through the fucking sentence. Sorry, I couldn't go. I just couldn't. I can't even think of it as a joke.
Next one, then we've got Philly against Tampa Bay, haven't we? Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, this is a good game right here. I think the Eagles are favored by 1.5 on the road.
That's weird.
Over/under's 42.5. I like the Bucs in this game, guys. I think Philly just barely skirted by the Saints. I still don't think they're not getting any pressure up front. I think the Baker Mayfield is going to have all the time in the world to be able to find Mike Evans and
Godwin. Mm-hmm.
Godwin and that rookie McMillan. So give me the Bucs for the win, and I'm gonna put 50 on.
Straight out win or with the points.
I mean, yeah, just straight out win.
Wins a win. Yeah.
Bucs win, and I think I'm going to also do a Mike Evans anytime touchdown, and a Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown, along with a.
This is riveting.
Absolutely riveting. This is.
I'm at the edge of my seat.
I'm hooked. I'm hooked.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that for 100.
For 100. What does that give you, Jesse?
270.
270 back. Well, Max, just before you go, John, sorry. Max put Tampa Bay for the win, and one of his only bets was a Mike Evans anytime touchdown for 50 is what he's gone with. Over to you, John. in the
I'll
studio.
take the Bucks to end the 1.5 points. Yes, thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. I'll go ahead and take the Buccaneers and the 1.5 points for the win, and I'll put $50 down on that. I'm also going to take the over for $50. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put down $25 on an anytime touchdown for Jahan Dotson. He's got to get something, dude. He's got to get. They don't have anybody left.
Now, if he does that,
he's got to throw it to some.
Listen,
Okay.
if he does that, that's plus 400.
There you go.
That's plus 400. So
$25.
Be 425, wouldn't it?
No, it'd be $100.
I'll take it.
It'd be 100. Yeah. Well, hang on, no, plus 400.
A plus 400, $25 will win you $100.
Come on, Jahan.
Yeah, for me, I'm looking at this and I'm saying Tampa Bay too. I think they're going to win this game outright. I have taken the points on this one, the same as you, John. I've gone Tampa Bay plus the points for 50 is where I think. Philadelphia can't rely solely on Saquon Barkley, but I will do a parlay with you, both of you as well. I am going to go with a Dallas Goedert touchdown.
That's a good call.
I'm going to go with a Barkley touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And
Dallas Goedert's the only receiver they have other than
Dotson. And I'm going to take Chris Godwin for a touchdown too.
Shoo, all right, you got a big one rolling up there.
And I'm going to put 50 on that, and that is coming out at 8-1 for me.
Nice.
So
You said Chris Godwin,
Chris Godwin,
Barkley,
and Dallas Goedert.
You're putting 50 down on it?
50 on it, yeah.
Plus, they got
win you $622. That's a plus $1,243.
There you go. And then you can wave that in your wife's face and tell her to go back to bed. I'll scream whenever I want.
With my imaginary money.
That's right. Shake it at her.
Oh, dear. So we're all on Tampa Bay as well, which is another one straight across the board.
Well, Philly's beat up, and I mean Sirianni and Hurts are not seeing eye to eye.
They are not. That is certainty.
It's ripe for a bit of an implosion up there. Even though Saquon Barkley is playing his freaking mind off, or out of his mind, playing his ass off.
What does Max have?
He had anytime touchdown for Mike Evans, and he had a Tampa Bay win.
Right on.
This
All
is
right,
a strange line as well.
We got the Patriots and the 49ers. The 49ers are favored by 10.5. I think that's too much. The 49ers are banged up. It is a... Let's see, Trent Williams was out of practice this week. Brandon Ayuk was thrown in temper tantrum in practice because he wasn't. He didn't. Mike Shannon or Kyle Shanahan had to scold him like a little child because he wasn't in the proper gear for practice.
He had the wrong color shorts on, didn't he?
And yeah.
The wrong color shorts.
I think Brock Purdy also has not been playing well this year. He's also dealing with a back issue. I'm going to take the Patriots plus the points here.
Wow.
I'm going to put 25. I'm not taking the Patriots to win. Okay. I got the 49ers to win, but 10.5 is too much with that team being depleted as it is. And I do think the Patriots have a good defense.
They definitely have some good pass defense for sure. Debo, not Debo. Debo is even going to play. I think he's questionable.
He's questionable. Debo as well.
Right. I think Kittle's going to come back, so Kittle will play. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and put down for an anytime George Kittle touchdown, and I will parlay that right on top of it. What's that running back's name? The frickin' 49ers running back that's been playing so damn well. Jordan Mason.
Mason. Yeah.
So give me a $50 parlay on those two. The thing that I'm questioning is whether or not they're going to have Gonzalez trailing Ayuk or this guy Jennings who had an explosion last week. So
you said a 50 on Mason and who? Kittle?
George Kittle.
George Kittle. Yeah.
That'll be 185.
That's good. Yeah, he's coming back. I think they'll try to feed him the ball. Even though they do have these banged up issues, they freaking rolled up the points again last week, and I don't see the Patriots being able to keep up with them. I'll go ahead and take the 49ers and lay that 10.5 points, and I'm going to lay those points. They're at home, and I'm going to go ahead and put $50 down on it.
That's a brave bet, that, John. I mean, if it comes off, fair play to you.
Dude, I am brave as shit with my with my imaginary money.
That is. I mean, 10.5 is just a wild. That is wild. That is a serious line. For me, Max will go to Max first. He's gone with just a straight up San Francisco win. I don't disagree with him or either of you two. I think San Francisco win this game. I am quite intrigued by what Jesse's bet was there by taking New England plus the points, but I'll stay away from this game. I just don't know what way to go with it because of the injury issues with San Francisco at the minute. Anyone heard what's actually happening with Christian McCaffrey? He's apparently in Germany, and no idea whether it's an Achilles now or what's going on with him. He just
in Germany.
I don't expect him back until at least halfway through the season.
Wow.
You can get baby's blood in Germany in bottles at the grocery store. So he's over there, and I think they all come with platelets and all that kind of stuff that help regenerate these problems that he's been having. So I think that's why he's in Germany.
What did Max got on this?
He just got a straight up San Francisco win.
Yeah, Max is playing pussy this week.
All right, we got the Chiefs and the Chargers. Chargers are home dogs. Chiefs are favored by 7. Is it Easton Stick or is Herbert back?
I don't think Herbert's back. Let me see.
No.
All right, let me look at this one.
Over under 39.5. I think the Chiefs could probably
Herbert's listed as questionable.
Yeah, they don't even have him as a touchdown on any bets. I got the Chiefs winning this game. I think these games can be funky sometimes, so I'm going to stay away from the line.
Mm-hmm. Patrick Mahomes right now I think has the shortest pass distance of any quarterback in the league.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he throws the shortest passes in the league right now. He doesn't have anything going downfield, and Kelsey hasn't been playing well at all.
Yeah,
no.
But give me, and I think that changes a little bit this week. I'm gonna do 2 different parlays. Okay, I'm gonna do a J.K. Dobbins and Xavier Worthy parlay for 25. That'll win me 155. All right. And then I'm also going to do a Travis Kelce and Carson Steele.
Carson Steele starring in
parlay.
I Sucked It Deep
For 25. That'll win me 120 or 130. I'll just say 130.
Carson Steele.
John?
I'm not putting any money on this game whatsoever because I don't know what Easton Stick is going to give me. They've got Justin Herbert listed as questionable with an ankle, which, like he was last week, he'll go in and then come right back out. I think that the Chiefs are capable of running up the score on them, except this year, who the fuck knows what they're going to do because they haven't been able to run up the score on anything. What's their highest output this year? Like 24 points? I don't remember.
Something like that.
It's close. So I'm just going to pick the Chiefs and leave it at that. I'm not touching anything else. I'd be confident if Herbert was going to play to go ahead and put down for a Quentin Johnston touchdown, but I'm not because I don't know what Easton Stick can do other than have probably the most fucking country club name I've ever heard.
So Max went for an LA Chargers win, which is really out there. I mean, fair play to him. That is ballsy, especially because the Chargers have got 2 of their starting offensive linemen who went down in the last game. It's not looking good on their offensive line either. So with that in mind, I'm going to say Kansas City wins this game. I have got 100 on the over of 39.5 between this game. And I'm also going to do a parlay. What would give, Jesse, if you can look this one up for me, I'd appreciate it. What would you get out of a Kelsey and Rashee Rice score?
Kelsey and Rashee Rice would be, I think about what?
Let's just say 50 on it.
333. See, Kelsey and Rice. Yeah, plus 625. You said 50 would be, win you 312.
I'm going to go with that. Everything's better with Rice. So, apart from unless you're a woman, of course, you know what I mean. But there you
really,
go. Or a car.
Sex is not fun with Rice. Listen,
true.
Max, if you're gonna frickin' pick the Chargers to win this game outright, why wouldn't you put some money down and take the 7 points? That's what I want to know. Unless you're bold, I mean, you talk is cheap, is what I'm saying.
All right, for the boringest game of the week, we have the Cleveland Browns against the Raiders. Gardner Minshew
is P. Diddy still at quarterback?
Yeah, Gardner Minshew is 2 snaps away from getting benched.
Yeah.
Antonio Pierce is he's about had it with this Raiders team. Browns are favored by 1.5. Over under is 36.5. Really, really low. Vegas does not like either one of these offenses, and you know what? Neither do I. I think they stink. They're junk. No Devontae Adams. No Max Crosby. Give me. They're already been ruled out.
Out.
Yeah, out.
Crosby, I'll believe it when this game starts and he's in.
Yeah, they've already been ruled. Yeah, they were ruled out yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the Browns in this game. I guess I'm staying away from it.
Yeah.
No.
All right. In using my powers of ESP here, I'm going to go ahead and say there's going to be bad traffic in Cleveland, and her name is really actually I think Jennifer, but they're going to call her Cleo. She's unable to get to the stadium in time to stick her finger up to Deshaun Watson's ass. And he is going to have a bad game as a result. The Raiders are going to intercept him 2 times. The Raiders are going to win this football game. And I'm not putting any money down on anything except that Deshaun Watson is going to be running around out there all day wondering why his prostate ain't been tickled.
Well, Cleo's going to have a long drive because the game's in Vegas.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Cleo, I mean, she's not a very smart person.
Max has also gone with a Las Vegas win here for the Raiders, and he hasn't put anything on it. Jesse, I'm with you. We'll split it across the board. I think Cleveland wins this game. I think Myles Garrett is good enough. When you're losing players like Adams and Crosby, which is their highest players on both sides of the ball, or their best players on both sides of the ball, they're really going to struggle. And don't be surprised if we're here at week 5 and Minshew is not the quarterback for this team anymore.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and change my pick to the Browns because I do know in Vegas there is a store called Things to Put Up Your Ass. So I think that Deshaun is going to be just fine.
There's probably a couple of them. I don't like. I think this all comes down to the defense, and I think the Browns have a better defense. This wouldn't surprise me if this was like a 13-10 game or 13-9, something like that, and the only touchdown that scored is a defensive touchdown. It's just that type of game.
If Crosby was playing, I'd feel better about the Raiders.
Yes.
Yeah, I probably would too. Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
All right, this is a big game.
Good game, very good game. This
right here.
Is this Sunday? Sorry, is this Saturday night or Sunday night football? Even the late game.
Sunday night football.
Sunday night football game, and for some weird reason,
home.
The Ravens are favored, and they shouldn't be because the Buffalo Bills, my AFC pick to go to the Super Bowl, my pick to win the MVP, which has y'all laughed at me for this.
No, I didn't laugh at you. I thought
John and Max laughed at me. No way, they've lost too many players. They don't have a defense.
I left because you had a booger hanging out your nose, and you were
probably
on the
right.
podcast, so.
But Josh Allen has done no wrong. He's played perfect. He's played better now that he's able to distribute the ball around. Don't have to worry about the diva digs and getting his touches. He's played lights out. Give me the Bills. I don't like the Ravens this year. I think their offense is not very good and their defense can be had. Give me the Bills in a big win, and I'm going to put 200 on it.
Okay. Ooh. All right.
Wow.
So I'm going to go ahead and take the Ravens in this game. I think that they are like the Bengals in that they're kind of cornered right now. They've got to pull up something, and they've got to do it quick. I think Derrick Henry's going to have himself a big night. I want to go ahead and put a parlay down on a Henry touchdown, a Zay Flowers touchdown, and a Shakir, whatever his first name is, touchdown for the Bills.
Let me pull it up.
So it's Henry,
Henry, Zay Flowers, and for the Bills, Shakir.
Yeah, Khalil Shakir.
Yeah.
And you want 50 on that?
Yes, please.
Well, you need $741.
That's what I'm looking for. And I'm taking the Ravens. I'm going to lay the 2.5 points, but I'm not putting any money down on it. I will put 50 down on the over. This is going to be one of those games, I think, where they're just going to keep going. You could probably see 5 touchdowns combined out of Cook and Henry.
I'm gonna put. Sorry, Scotty. I'm gonna put.
Sorry, man.
James Cook, Zay
That's
Flowers,
where I'm going.
and Dalton Kincaid.
Wow.
That is plus 2,076 for
So what are you putting down
for
on that?
50, and that will return me $1,033.
1,033. And remember, Jesse, that one of these hit last week, so
Yeah.
you got a good chance. And John, you went on the over there. Am I correct in what you said there?
That's
One
right.
Went on the over.
That's right.
I just put $5 down on that bet too.
Have you? Wow. Buffalo and Baltimore. I am picking Buffalo for this game. I think that Buffalo are going to win this game handily. I really do. I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a very good game to watch. I think Henry does have a big night, but I don't believe in Lamar Jackson's legs at the minute. I don't know what's going on with him. I look and think, and he's been prone to a couple of interceptions as well. So for me, I am taking the hot hand, which is Josh Allen, and I think Buffalo wins this quite easily. I'm going to lay the points, and I'm going to put 100 on that, and I'm also going to do it a parlay. 100 on.
You know, the Bills are playing the best in the NFL right
They
now.
are.
And I don't see that slowing down anytime soon. What was I going to say, Scotty? I think you're better off, Scott, just taking the Bills' money line. That's
Okay.
at plus 116. And the spread is just minus 110. So
Yeah, I'll take 115. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? So what would you get on a Cooks touchdown and 2 Derrick Henry touchdowns?
let's see.
Riveting chat, this. Riveting chat.
I'm glad everybody's enjoying themselves on this fine Saturday.
That'd be plus 150 or 1,058. How much are you trying to put down?
50.
I'll get you $530.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Toothpick, thanks for being with us. Appreciate you, mate.
What's up, bud?
Max went with a Buffalo win for this as well.
You put no money down on it?
He didn't put anything on it, no. He only got 4 bets total all week. He's bet 25,
Stingy.
50,
Stingy with his money.
50, and 100. So he's gone with $200.
I taught him well. Watch your cash.
I'll pick once the Baltimore money line for the win. I'm telling y'all keep hating on the damn Bills.
It's not a matter of hating on the Bills. I think it's a matter more to me of that the Ravens are backed up to a corner right now.
Game of the week
get
right
that.
here, boys.
Here it is.
Game of the week.
Here it is.
Fucking helmets full of vomit right here. The Titans and the Miami Dolphins.
Is
The
that one?
Dolphins
Is
just
that one and a
announced-
half the number of people
Is
that are planning to watch
Boyle?
this
Is
game?
it Boyle that's going to start over Skylar Thompson because he went
No,
off injured,
it's
didn't he?
Tyler
Tyler
Huntley
Huntley,
that they
yeah.
just
Wow.
picked up is going to be the starter. You know what? I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Where did they pick him up from? Baltimore.
He was a free agent.
He was with
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Oh,
before,
he was a free agent, right? Okay.
He went.
I
He
think-
went to.
Was he at Cleveland as well, I
Yeah,
think,
he
for
went
a
to the
bit?
Browns for last year, and they picked him up as a free agent. I like Tyler Huntley. I think he does have some skill. I do not like the Titans whatsoever.
No,
There's
that's
nothing.
not true. You've got Will Levis posters all over your house.
There's nothing
Mayo
about
man.
that mayonnaise-loving white boy that I like. He's
The only thing I like about him is the goofy shit that he does during a fucking game, man. He
Yeah,
comes up
now,
with the
he is a
weirdest
meme
ways to
maker.
get rid of the ball.
he's a meme maker, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But give me the Dolphins and with the win.
Yeah, I got to go with the Dolphins in this game, and I do believe that the 1.5 is, like I said, it's the number of people that should be watching this game at any given time, especially after 8:30. Seriously, I doubt that Mike McDaniel's mom is even going to tune into this game.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be pretty at all.
Bad
but
game.
I will go ahead. I'm going to take the Dolphins to win. I don't believe in it, but I will go ahead and put down $25 on a Tyreek Hill touchdown and a Raheem Mostert touchdown. About time that man gets involved.
See, you want a Hill and a Mostert?
Hill and
That's
Mostert. Right, and this game will probably be 14-13, and that'll be the end of it right there.
Mostert isn't playing.
I thought that he was
No,
just
it's A-Chan, I think. Who's
no,
going
he's
forward.
not even on. Yeah, he's not even on the.
Let me look at this here.
Mostert is not playing.
Where's this game on my freaking? Oh, it's,
Yeah, I'm looking at
hasn't
him right
even been
now.
listed.
They don't even
All
have
right.
him listed.
They don't even. It's not even listed. But I thought that Mostert was on his way back. So okay. Anyway, just cancel it then. I'm not putting a single dollar down on this game in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, so Max, he went with Miami for the win as well. He hasn't put anything on it, and I am exactly the same as you two. Miami for the win, but I don't want anything to do with this game whatsoever.
Congratulations.
I just think it's too terrible to see it sides.
If you're exactly the same as us two, your penis is grown.
This is a good game. This is a very good game on
This
Monday
would be a
night.
fun, good Monday
Yeah,
night game. I think
I
the
agree.
entire nation will be watching this game instead of that other piece of shit game. That I think I like the two Monday night games because you're not going to like every team that plays on Monday night. You know, especially later on. I think they should do it later on in the season as well. Mm-hmm. Give us options. You know. Mm-hmm. Even though I only watched the first quarter of it because then I go to bed. But give us some options, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, last week you had the Bills blew out the Jaguars in the first quarter, and then, bam, you had the game of the week on after that. So, you know.
I could see this going in the same pattern.
This game is going to be a good one, I think. I like what Mike McDonald's done with the Seahawks, first-year head coach. But guys, I love my Lions. Give me the Lions laying the point. They're at home. This is my NFC pick for the Super Bowl this year. Their defense has been playing very well.
Mm-hmm. In losses, they've also been. I mean, what is it? 5 sacks.
Very close.
Yeah.
For what's his name, Hutchinson in a loss. Yeah.
I tell you what, though, they didn't half get away with it with that touch, that interception that was called. It was a pick six that was called back for the 2-minute warning.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
that was wild. I mean, no, it was just no. It was definitely not at the 2-minute warning before that ball was snapped. But whatever, they got away with one on that one. So you're laying the points for Detroit. What are you putting on that, Jesse?
Give me 50 on that one.
50.
I also got a toothpick guy is picking Tennessee.
Oof.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would anybody even bother with that?
Toothpick likes to go against the grain. I was on
guess
his
so.
pick
He
show the other week, and he definitely likes to go against the grain. I got a Jahmyr Gibbs, Charbonnet, and Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown. Will be plus 947, and I'll put 25 on that, which would give me 236.
236, and what was it? 50 on that, yeah.
25.
Gibbs, 25. My apologies. Yeah. Gibbs, Charbonnet, and who was the other one?
St. Brown.
St. Brown.
St. Brown. See, he hasn't done anything so far.
That's why I think he's
worrying.
going to.
Well, it's because really the quarterback hasn't played well. He just hasn't really turned it on. Goff hasn't really shown what he has shown over the last couple of years, man. And I'm of the same thinking that I think they're about due to break out of this funk. I could see, well, for one, I'm going to take the Lions. I'm going to lay the 3.5 points, and I'm going to put $50 down on it. I'm also going to put $50 down on the under. Because, yeah, the under. I will also put $50 down on a parlay of Metcalf, Charbonnet, St. Brown.
That's plus.
Why do you do this to? Why do you do this
11,
to me,
16.
What do you mean? Why do I do this?
What do you want? 50 on it?
I made him write a French name. That's what it is.
It is.
You want 50 on it?
Yes, please.
I'll give you 560.
560. And who was it? It was Charbonnet.
Charbonnet, Metcalf, and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And ASB. Okay. Max went with a Seattle win. He hasn't explained himself on that. He just said Seattle. I'm going with you guys. I think Detroit wins this. I am going with a Gibbs and Metcalf touchdown anytime. What would that give me, Jesse?
You said Gibbs and Metcalf.
Just a Gibbs and Metcalf, yeah. Just a double on them.
For 50?
100.
All right, that's plus 367. Would give you $367.
That's fine by me. I will take that. And then we're on to the game of the week, aren't we?
Yeah.
The big one.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
I think the Seahawks might run this close, though. I really do. I think it's going to be a good game.
They're a capable team. I just think that it's about time for the Lions to break out. They're about due for it, because they are a Super Bowl pick. They are a team that's got that in its sights. The Seahawks are really kind of just in. I wouldn't say they're even in a rebuild mode. They're just kind of in that we're trying our best mode. All right, Commanders and Cardinals.
All right, Commanders stayed out in Arizona to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals
this is the
are favored by
biggest over
3.5.
under the week.
Yeah,
It is.
Over-under
It is the biggest,
49.5. Two top 10 offenses in the league squaring up. As we know, the Commanders' defense is not very good. Cardinals' defense is better than people think they are.
I think the Commanders are ranked 34th in defense. there's a group of
32 teams.
They're not ranked. They decided not to rank us because it's not even close.
There's a group of Shriners that ride around in little cars out in Peoria, Iowa, that are ranked better than our defense.
What hurts this team, the Commanders, is Austin Eckler, and we didn't really talk about the impact him being gone is going to be on this offense, and how much more pressure that puts on Jaden Daniels and Brian Robinson Jr. But I do like Brian Robinson in this game because I do think that we can run on this team. I think this needs to be we need to try to keep this a little bit lower scoring than last week. Try to have ball control, keep the ball out of Kyler's hands, and try to contain this guy because he gets out of the pocket. You know what happens when quarterbacks get out of the pocket when they play us? They're gone for 20 freaking yards.
We've had a habit of letting them skip out to the right a lot.
Yeah.
So with Kyler Murray, I would recommend bring a mayonnaise jar. Just put a couple holes at the top so he can breathe.
I'm not betting on this game, but I am picking the Cardinals to win.
All right. I'm not betting this game either. That's too high of a over-under for me. I usually like to bet overs-unders, and that's just too high. I want the Commanders to win. I'm going to go ahead and just say they will for the fucking shits and grins of it. But other than that, I think I would go ahead and put down a parlay on a Marvin Harrison Jr. touchdown, a Greg Dortch touchdown, and a Brian Robinson Jr.
Do you want me to read off the rest of the Cardinal wide receivers while you're at it?
Nope. I'm parlaying two juniors and a Dortch here is what I'm doing.
I got you there. And that's 50, is it, on that one?
Right. I saw a movie once called Two Juniors and a Dortch, and I'll tell you what, it was kind of fucked up.
That'll be plus 1713, and I'll get you 856.
856. Well,
That's
stay
the only
on
thing
that.
I'm doing with this, yeah.
Stay on that, Jesse, because I'm going to
Gotcha.
do a parlay on this one. I'm going to say Marvin Harrison Jr., Brian Robinson, and the Terry McLaurin touchdown.
That's 1128. 50 would get you 564.
Okay, I will lock in on that. Max has took the Commanders for a win. He has backed us and said, we think we're going to win. He has also put down a couple of bets on this. He's gone B-Rob over 68.5 rushing yards for 50. And he's also parlayed that with Kyler Murray going over 230 passing yards for 100. So 150 in total on that. And I don't know what that would give you.
What was it again?
Kyler's total stats is 230, I think, in passing. So he's saying over that. And B-Rob's totals is 68.5, I think it's set at. And he's saying over that as well for rushing. Which I actually think is quite a sensible bet.
Yeah, that's a really sensible. I've been sitting here contemplating it, but I think I'm going to stick with what I got.
I think I'm going to do
Gamble
Zach
responsibly,
Ertz,
ladies and gentlemen.
a Marvin Harrison, James Conner, and a Jaden Daniels touchdown. This is plus 4,044 for 25. Will give me 1,011. Actually, no, F it. Let's make it 50. Let's blow it up here. Woo. That'd be $2,022.
Who is this parlay?
Ertz, Marvin Harrison Jr., Connor, and JD5 for touchdowns.
That's a big. Okay, you should deserve that money if you hit that.
Wow. And are you
I just
taking Arizona?
did just place. I just did place $3 on it. And I'll give
John, what are you at? Who are you taking for the win in this game, mate?
I'm taking the Commanders. I'm hoping that we can win. I'm thinking that the defense should pull its head out of its ass today or this week. And
so on the score ticket, I'm putting down Arizona for the win, but my head and my heart also say that we will win this game. I do think we will win this game. But in the book, I'm saying Arizona because last week we all went with Cincinnati, and look what happened. So
that was a sensible pick for what we knew. Well, I'll tell you what. I noticed on the roster today that they've actually added 30 pounds to Emmanuel Forbes, and I think that's just the weight of the splint for him. But I think it's really just a percentage thing.
Walking around with a washing machine on his thumb.
They added 30% of weight to Emmanuel Forbes.
Yeah,
by installing a glove.
Right. Putting his hand in a glove. That's right. So let's hope he gets an interception this weekend. I would like to be very happy about that. I hope our secondary plays better. I really do.
We need a turnover. I think to win this game, we got to turn the ball over, and we got to force 2 punts. At least, like I said yesterday, we got to force a couple punts.
Contain Murray, and like I said yesterday, I'm looking for a big game out of Bobby Wagner. It's about time we see it. I think so, and the dog agrees. So there
he does, yeah.
All right, well, let me go ahead and hit the music here while the dogs are having themselves a good time. Must be the UPS man is here. So anyway, we will see you tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening, right after the football game, where we will have a combination of either us, Scouse, maybe Andy Burrows from the 1 Point Safety Show and from the Bunker Podcast and from the Bleeding Burgundy Podcast. So we will come on right after the game and give you our immediate reaction. I'm sure everybody will enjoy that. And then, of course, we'll be back on Monday at 5:30 to go ahead and discuss whatever it is that happens in the desert tomorrow. Give us a thumbs up, give us a like, go ahead and tell your parents about us. And honestly, if you have a hot mom, send us photos.
Send Jesse photos.